Stop scrolling for a second. Think about the last thing you posted online. Now be honest, if nobody had reacted to it, would it still have felt worth sharing? That uncomfortable feeling you just noticed, that's not insecurity. That's psychology. And most people are being controlled by it without realizing it. In the next few minutes, I'm going to explain exactly why humans feel the urge to share everything and what it's actually doing to your mind. Sharing is not about attention. Most people think we share because we want attention. That sounds logical. It's also wrong. Attention is shallow, it's quick, and it disappears the moment something new shows up. What the mind actually wants is recognition. Attention says, I noticed you. Recognition says, I understand you. That difference matters more than people realize. When someone likes your post, your brain doesn't react to the like itself. It reacts to what the like represents. Validation. That's why one thoughtful comment can feel more powerful than 100 silent likes. This isn't a modern problem, it's ancient. Humans evolved in small tribes. Being seen meant safety. Being unseen meant danger. So the brain learned something early. If no one acknowledges me, I might not survive. Today, that instinct hasn't disappeared. It's just changed form. Posting has replaced speaking. Likes have replaced nods. And comments have replaced conversation. We're not sharing because we want attention. We're sharing because, psychologically, being unseen still feels like a threat. The dopamine loop. Every time you share something personal, something automatic starts running in the background of your mind. It's not a thought, it's a loop. The moment you post, your brain leans forward. Will anyone respond? That anticipation is the first hit. Then feedback arrives, likes, comments, views. But here's what most people misunderstand. Your brain isn't reacting to the numbers. It's reacting to what the numbers mean. What does this say about me? Am I interesting? Am I accepted? Am I invisible? And based on that interpretation, your emotional state quietly adjusts. Confidence rises or it drops. This isn't weakness, it's chemistry. Dopamine doesn't reward happiness, it rewards expectation. That's why the strongest feeling isn't after the reaction. It's waiting for it. You check again, you refresh, you open the app without realizing why. And when something performs badly, it doesn't just feel disappointing. It feels personal. Because the brain was never tracking content. It was tracking belonging. When sharing becomes self-erosion, sharing itself isn't the problem. The problem starts when your sense of self begins to depend on the response. When silence feels heavy. When engagement determines your mood. When a post doesn't land and you quietly question your value. That's when sharing stops being expression and turns into erosion. Little by little, your inner stability moves outward. into likes, into comments, into numbers you don't control. You start explaining yourself more, sharing earlier than you should, posting for relief instead of clarity. And the more you do that, the harder it becomes to sit with yourself without an audience. This is how people lose touch with their own emotional center. Not suddenly, gradually. Awareness is the shift. The answer isn't to stop sharing. It's to become aware of why you're sharing. Before you post, ask yourself one simple question. Am I expressing something, or am I asking to be held? One comes from wholeness, the other comes from lack, and there's nothing wrong with either. But confusing them is what keeps people stuck. When awareness replaces impulse, sharing becomes honest again, lighter, cleaner. The urge to share everything was never a flaw. It was a signal. And once you understand the signal, you don't need the reaction anymore. You finally understand yourself